This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Shalom laha alahayim, peace to the gods, Nawathan, Kal, Halalim la, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Hakwadash. Giving all praises to Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps of Great Millstone GMS that do rule well. Salutations, peace, and blessings to the house of David, the Bayath, Dawayad, or Dawada, the predestined spirits of election, starting with the governing body in the kingdom to come, the 144,000, 12,000 men, prophets, all right, of each tribe of Israel, and the remaining innumerable multitude, the remnant of Israel, all right, which consists of the 1/3 in Babylon the Great, all right, friends of the prophets that are rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of their ability. This is your brother, Tazapanya Banyamyan of the Sons of Yasha Allah camp, out here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, affiliate, offshoot camp of Great Millstone GMS. Lord willing, this spiritual commentary is edifying, straight to the point, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. So this is on Tucker Carlson's YouTube, and he's talking to a politician, man, a politrician, man, all right? And it's just, is it coincidence that after the Civil War movie, now you got people, heads of state, so to speak, that's indirectly pushing sedition among the men. That's why I started with that Second Esdras chapter 15 verse. Okay, as you can see on the screen, he tweeted, and it says, "Ignore them. Create a 10-state coalition to stand with you." Let's look up that etymology of the word coalition real quick. All right, just to get further edification. All right, coalition, and it reads, came in the 1610s, the growing together of parts, from French coalition 1540s, from late Latin coalitus, fellowship, originally past participle of Latin coalescere, scere, unite, grow together, become one in growth. Political sense, voluntary temporary union of persons, parties, nations, etc., for an attainment of a certain object. What would be these states' attainment, and what would the object be that they're trying to obtain? Man, power. You see, and the scriptures talk about a house divided against itself, man. So notice it says, arrest and try anyone from federal government who tries to stop you. You see? So when we go back again, I'm going to read it again in 2 Esdras 15 and 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, a verbal calling to usurp an authority of a higher authority. Just like the federal government is higher than the states, supposedly, according to this fake-ass demon cracy and republican, right? It says, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So the prince or the king, so to speak, above the states would be the federal government. It says, in the course of their actions, stand in their power. So, just like we, if you've seen the Civil War movie, you know what I mean? People was doing whatever they was wanting to do. And notice it said, it's time. You see, remember in Habakkuk chapter 2, it says, for this vision is yet for an appointed time. And we are in that appointed time, as you can see. So without further ado, we're going to let this play. We're going to get some scriptures and close it on out.
Illegal in your state. Arrest and try anyone from the federal government who tries to stop you. It's time. So we haven't thought through what exactly that would mean in practical terms, or what the long-term effects of that would be, but it's impossible not to deeply sympathize with the spirit that animates it. And so we thought we would talk to Jesse Kelly directly. He's the host of the Jesse Kelly Show, and we're honored to have him now. Jesse, thanks a lot for coming on. So
no, I appreciate it.
So rather than trying to characterize as I just did, I guess, what you meant when you wrote that. Why don't you tell us?
Well, we're in a really bad spot, Tucker, and I don't celebrate what I'm about to say, but it is time now, not 10 years from now, not next year. It is time right now for the states, especially red states, to re-examine the nature of their relationship with the federal government, if I'm going to put it that way. And I
Yes.
want to be crystal clear about what I'm about to say. I do not want this country to break up, although I believe we are breaking up. I don't want anything like a war or violence. I don't want that. I don't want any individual American to do anything illegal. But red states must now, right now.
You see, and that's Esau. You see what I'm saying? He talks with two sides of his mouth. Well, I don't want individuals to do anything violent or any type of war to come about or this and that, but we need to re-examine our relationship with those that have power over us. You're basically putting out a spirit of disorder. You see what I'm saying? A spirit of sedition. You see what I'm saying? So the scriptures say, trust not thine enemy. So anybody over here, matter of fact, let's get that. Where is it? In the book of Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 30:3. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. You see, so these Americans living here in what is spiritually called Egypt, okay, that their strength was the federal government, the so-called constitution that they're supposed to enforce and things of that nature. It's shameful unto them because they feel like they're not getting any rights. It says, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion, you see? So the all of the frills, right, that's supposed to be coming with the covering, right, the shadow of Egypt, right, it's unto their confusion. They're confused while they're in this state right now, all right, when they pay their taxes, they're a law-abiding citizens, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? But this is all the doings of Yahweh Shai, all right, in order to destroy this place, man.
Begin re-examining the nature of their relationship with the federal government because the country is being undone. The country is being destroyed now, and there's nothing that can stop or reverse this unless red states take this step.
You see how they always try to add that unless? No, there is no going back, man. All right, just like how he said, but then he want to kind of retract this whole statement as if there's something that can be done, man. There is nothing that can be done. Let's go get, I think it's Jeremiah 50, Salakia, real quick while I look it up. Okay. Let's see here. This is the book of Jeremiah 51, Salakia, verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How is it going to be suddenly destroyed and fall? By the ways via the nuclear missiles. Okay, it says, how for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. And when the missiles fly and destroy this place and turn into a lake of fire, there's nothing you can do. It won't be inhabited again. But we can also use this, all right, for the circumstance, the situation that we're in now, because there's no balm, no type of unrighteous decree, law, right, legislation, movement that can continually allow this American Babylonian empire to continue. It is already prophesied to be destroyed. It says, if so, she may be healed. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. You see? And that's pretty much the point. All right. So they would have healed her, but she is not healed. There's nothing you could do to stop this. But they're trying to push out this somewhat optimistic view for this wicked ass country, this wicked ass kingdom, man. All right. Her judgment pretty much is that, I mean, her sins is pretty much to the skies, man, to the heavens. And the Lord is not going to take it no more when it reaches, the fulfillment of her lot. You know what I'm saying? Because we're getting to that point, because they're getting to push that MOTB. They're going to crash this system. They're going to bring about, which we're already in the third woe, and it's going to climax with them ICBM missiles.
Let me explain. Sorry to filibuster on your show.
You're not filibustering at all.
Let me explain. Right now, it's not an accident, as you well know. You talk about this all the time. It's not an accident what's happening on the border. The people who lead the nation from the federal level, that's Democrat politicians, half the Republican politicians, every bureaucrat, they are encouraging flooding the border with illegals. They're encouraging it. That's just what they want. They want America full of illegals, no loyalty to America, criminals, rapists, murderers. That is what they want, because when you cause violence and chaos in a society, that's the fertile soil where communism grows. People will always turn to the government and beg them for help when that kind of societal collapse comes. So they know this.
So look, so they just said that they know this. Remember, they want to be like the Most High. They study the scriptures because they know the Bible cannot be licked up with any other book, man. She shall not want her mate, as it says in the book of Isaiah. All right, when you go back into Egypt, it's the same thing. When a societal collapse happened, all right, a famine in the land and things of that nature, all right, as we're about to see in America, obviously, what did the people do? They asked the higher government, the government, to basically save them, just like the people did unto Joseph. Okay, so we're going to get in the same position now, and the people is going to ask modern day Pharaoh, all right, which would be the elite that controlled your puppets, all right, in America, to ask them to save them from the orchestrated collapse that they created, and they're going to give them the RFID hip, all right, and they know this on both sides. So, and I'm waiting. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I'm going to bring out a scripture in the book of Revelation dealing with this two-party system that goes back to ancient Rome. All right, y'all already know, if y'all know the scriptures, all right, but you know, they're making it so bad, especially with sleepy, creepy Jim Crow Snow Joe, that you got Jake out here thinking that voting for, aka worshiping the image of the beast for eagle-faced Nero Trump is somehow going to redeem them from the curses that the Most High put them in here in Babylon and wherever they've been scattered, but specifically here in Babylon. You see what I'm saying? There is no difference between the plebeians and the patricians, the Republicans and the Democrats, the left and the right, the conservative and the liberal, man. All right, wake up. Our salvation is nearer than we believe, man. All right. First of all, it's a sin to vote, because when you really go into it, it says that you're not supposed to put a heathen nation as a king over you. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. All right, just to prove that. Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 15. It says, "Thou shalt not in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set as king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee who is not thy brother," meaning an Israelite. So what are you doing trying to vote, which all of the selected presidents were not Israelites in Babylon the Great. They did that for a purpose. And y'all over here going against the Father's commands by trying to put a stranger over you to control you.
So they're inviting it. Well, other countries around the world are obliging, as countries always have in this situation. Hey, there's a country I don't particularly like. They have an open border. We do have this prison full of rapists. Hey, guys, why don't you just move on to America? We know this is happening in countries like Venezuela, where they're emptying prisons onto the border. We don't have criminals coming here individually. We have entire criminal networks coming here. The country is being undone now.
It's about to get wild. This is not, like he said, not no just criminals, individuals. We talking about organized crime syndicates that is getting sent over here, man. Oh, Babylon is through. Jacob's trouble. Oh, it's gonna be bad, son.
It cannot be reversed. What's happening right now? I want everyone to understand this. Let's say everyone gets their wish, and Donald Trump beats Joe Biden in November. Woo-hoo-hoo. You cannot possibly. It's not humanly possible to deport this many people. If Joe Biden's going to bring in 10, 12 million people, almost all of them will be here permanently, and all of their children will be American citizens. And there's not going to be some mass deportation, no matter what people say on the campaign trail. The American people have no stomach for that whatsoever. Even if they think they do right now, it would be one video of a little boy crying as mommy gets thrown in the back of a paddy wagon to be deported, and all deportations would stop. Republicans would grab their ankles for the media like they always do, and everything. Oh, we need to do this more humanely. So that's the situation we're in. Well, where does that leave us? Where it leaves us is you can decide to challenge the federal government at a state level, or you can lose your country. There is no third direction. Illegal immigration on this level will sink America in the same way. It doesn't matter how big or powerful a boat is. If it takes on enough water, it will go down to the bottom of the ocean. We cannot exist like this. So we are going to have to do things outside of the Constitution. I don't celebrate that either. That's where we are. If
you heard that? So they're pushing. Yo, they're pushing on Tucker. This came out 4 hours ago, 78,000 views. You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that worship this guy for leaving Fox News, even though he was with the mainstream media this whole time, just like celebrities. Okay, you think you can get out of that circle? Nah, it's over with. That's why I said mainstream media. He's pushing that you're gonna have to do things outside the Constitution, man. This place is through, man. You see what I'm saying? They don't even keep their own laws. This is how you know that they're some wicked ass devils, bro. Their own laws that they try to push you to keep and to say you have rights under. They don't even say that they even want to use that anymore. We're coming into lawlessness and anarchy, man. All right, this whole thing is going to collapse.
If I'm in a house, right, and in my house, let's say there's some weird ordinance in the city, some weird law in the city where I live, where I'm not allowed to do anything to the house. If there's any problems at all, if it's a light bulb out or a fire, it is against the law for me to touch it. I don't, and I abide by the law. But eventually I come home and the house is on fire and my sons are upstairs saying, Dad, come help. Well, I'm sorry, law or no law, I'm going to get my sons. We cannot stand by and watch the United States of America be destroyed. And people have to understand how dire this situation is. This is the stated policy now.
This is how you know that their laws is unrighteous decrees and the kingdom is going to be translated from one people to another. Let's get that real quick. In Ecclesiasticus, I don't want to make this too long, but it seems like this is just too good, man. It's too good. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10. Verse 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So it's unrighteous to deal with your people by pushing one thing, but then you do another. This is why the scriptures say, woe unto the hypocritical nation, man. This place is nothing but a hypocritical spirit, man, and it's going to be destroyed by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and 7. It says, the law of Yahweh is perfect. You see, so they're claiming that, yeah, my constitutional rights, but then they're willing to say, well, fuck the Constitution. We need to do this, that, and the third. See, it's not like that when it comes to the Lord. This is why this place needs to go down. They're not ruling righteously. The earth needs new management. In Proverbs, it says, when the wicked rule, the people mourn, but when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. You see that? So Psalms 19 and 7, again, the law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. See, the Constitution isn't perfect. The Bill of Rights isn't perfect. All right. Any of these other so-called laws is not perfect, and they don't convert your soul. All right. The freedom for press, freedom to assembly, freedom to bear arms. That shit, it don't convert your soul, man, to be a righteous, upstanding individual according in the eyes of Yahweh Yahushai. It says the testimony of Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple. You see, it's making wise the simple. So the Lord is making the wisdom of Edom, the wise men out of Teman, as if they have no understanding, roughly paraphrasing. He's showing them that they're foolish. You see what I'm saying? He's confounding the wisdom of this world.
Of the Democrat Party. So even if Joe Biden gets bounced in 2024, woohoo, we get some deportations in. The next time there's any Democrat president, it'll again be open season and the entire world will know. Criminals, drugs, rapists, everything flooding into the country to destroy it. The time is...
So look, he said flooding in the country to destroy it. I got a quick precept regarding that, all right? Watch this. And I brought it out before. Jeremiah 51 and 14. Let's go to that real quick. Jeremiah 51 is a heavy chapter, man. Jeremiah 51 and 14, and it reads, Yahweh of hosts, the heavenly armies, hath sworn by himself, saying, Surely I will fill thee with men, as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up and shout against thee. Let's read it in the NLT. It says, Yahweh of heaven's armies has taken this vow and has sworn to it by his own name. Your cities will be filled with enemies, like fields swarming with locusts, and they will shout in triumph over you. You see that? So what do locusts do? They come in and they eat and take up everything, just like how he said, man. They're going to be taking booty, spoils. They're going to be wilding out. All right? No Nick Cannon.
Now, to create a coalition in a totally separate immigration force. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, and let's just be honest. I mean, obviously, I'm fervently rooting for Trump over Biden for many, many reasons. But Trump was president for 4 years, and he didn't even build a defensive border wall. He didn't, and I don't care. We can lie about that, but that's just a fact. So the idea that he's going to deport 10 million people is just don't lie to me. I'm sick of it. So I agree.
Yeah, look, I mean, not to interrupt, but along those same lines, Tucker. Sorry, but people have to also remember child separation policy. That's a basic border policy because people grab kids who aren't theirs and act like, hey, I'm Dad Pedro, and when really he's not. He's some kind of cartel member. And so you always separate the kid and figure out, is he there with mom or dad? That's a basic border policy. Look, again, insult or don't insult, I don't give a crap if people are offended by it. The Trump administration ended that policy because of media and Democrat pressure. Democrats did a bunch of photo ops down on the border. AOC's crying at the fence. Eventually, child separation was ended. That's because of media pressure. And people in this country honestly believe there's going to be some mass deportation of 8 million people where you're rounding up entire families and shipping them back to Zimbabwe. You're outside of your mind. It'll never happen. The people have no stomach for it, and neither does the Republican Party.
So why doesn't, so you're in Texas, I think. You have a governor. He's a longtime governor. He's a Republican. His name is Greg Abbott. His state is being destroyed. And it's very obvious when you go to Texas, I've been there a lot recently, that it's already being destroyed. It just looks dirtier than it did 2 years ago, because it is. So why has he done nothing? What's his excuse?
He's a Republican. That's what Republicans do. Republicans do nothing. Republicans have been in charge for I don't know how long of managing the decline. I mean, look.
Now you see that? How does so if Republicans do nothing, what do you think the Democrats do? You see that? So that's the point that I've been trying to make. Let's go to Revelation. What is that? Chapter 13. All right, verse 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out the earth, which is America, and he had 2 horns, 2 power structures, right? Horns is symbolic for power, like a lamb. A lamb is supposed to be, calm, gentle, welcoming, as if it's for the people. And he spake as a dragon. You go into the etymology, it's dracon, going back to the Greek general, so to speak, that made laws to kill people for little crimes, man. So we're coming into higher and higher draconian measures, but showing you that the 2 power structures coming from the ancient Roman Empire, the plebeians and the patricians, has been the spirit that is reincarnated into America with the Republicans and the Democrats, but they're on the same animal. You see what I'm saying? And both of them don't do nothing for you. You see what I'm saying? So it's just crazy that you hearing that from somebody that, the Republicans don't do nothing either, but yet the Republicans is starting to seem like they're so much better than the Democrats.
It's not exactly a new insult to call the Republican Party controlled opposition.
Woo, he just called the Republicans controlled opposition. Controlled from who? The elite. The international banking families, the Edomites, so-called white people, specifically the chief tribe of Amalek, of the nation of the stock of Esau, Edom. You see? So the controlled opposition, man. It's all, you can't make this shit up, bro.
But let's be frank, that's exactly what they are. Even Joseph Stalin allowed an opposition party. A lot of people don't realize this. He allowed, encouraged, and in fact funded an opposition party to give the people of the Soviet Union an illusion of choice. Oh, no, these guys are
See, man, illusion of choice. And it shows you that they're trying to be like the Most High, because we don't have free will, man. Man's goings is of the Lord. So they want to do, their God complex wants them to be like the Most High and have that illusion of choice, because we're all pretty much just robots for Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. It's either you're predestined of the elect of Israel, or you not, and you're going to get destroyed, and then you're eventually going to come back through the loins of the elect, and then you're going to be righteous coming into the new covenant, because he don't give a fuck about the other nations. Okay, they're nothing but a spittle, a drop of a bucket to them. You see, but it's all illusion of choice, man. But you got people that are actually worshiping the image of the beast, thinking that they have some type of voice in this matter. No, all right. We was brought here because we sinned against the Lord. I will bear the indignation of the Lord. Imagine that. You keep voting for a motherfucker and your life is not getting better. Yo, this shit is crazy, bro. Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, for the whole land is polluted. You think you're gonna vote your way out of some type of pollution, man?
Against me. Wow, it's pretty scary, but somehow they never end up accomplishing any of their anti-Stalin goals. We're constantly told the Republican Party is going to fight for us and protect the border, and we'll cut your taxes, and we'll be pro-life, and we'll protect the family. Yet none of these things ever seem to materialize. They all talk about it during election season. I'll build the wall.
This is how you know that they're Edomites. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They come out forth speaking lies. It don't matter if they're a Democratic Edomite or a Republican Edomite. And this Edomite is proving it. And it's proven in the scriptures. Let's go get that real quick. This is the book of Psalm 64:8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. See, so they're even fleeing away from their own people. You see what I'm saying? Because he's even telling on his own people, man. This place is through, bro. You see what I'm saying? We are in the spirit of waiting patiently, continually to do the work, though, right? For Yahweh Shah to come and save his elect, and Lord willing, we're of that number.
Oh, and then you get there and you get 25 feet of wall and a bunch of excuses. Greg Abbott, look, that's his excuse. He's a Republican. That's what they all are. That's why I'm an anti-communist.
So I think that's a really smart and true description of what we're seeing. Let's say the red states won't do this because they're run by Republicans. At what point do people who live in the state and have children in the state, grandchildren in the state who are born in this country and don't want to see it destroyed, say, I'm getting 10 of my friends who are going to protect our stretch south of Carrizo Springs? Like, how long till that happens?
I understand the inclination for that, but what we're going to, like the revolution, the American Revolution. Sorry, I'm not going to get too sidetracked up here, but the American Revolution. We like to imagine the American Revolution was just a bunch of American citizens picking up a musket, fighting against the British, and creating the United States of America. We love that image in our head, and obviously a lot of that is true. But the American Revolution is not successful without state power like France stepping in and giving us critical aid.
And that shows you that these Amalekites were behind all of it. Because remember, that eighth beast, that little horn, you know, came out of Britain. America came out of Britain, right? But when we look into the seven heads, right? Greece, Rome, Germanium Major, Germanium Minor, Spain, France, Britain. So Britain took over the empire of France, okay? And out of Britain came America, and then France goes and funds through like revenge, so to speak, to America to defeat the British, thinking that they're going to come back into a power. But guess who probably funded them? The Amalekite central bankers way back then. You see what I'm saying? So what all wars are bankers' wars. They fund both sides of the war, man. You see what I'm saying? So they was not only funding Britain to fight against America, but then they was funding France, and they thought that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua on the left-hand side, that America had to rise as a superpower. You see them because they probably through their greed saw that, damn, you know, this slavery and this land and things of that nature, we can get our agendas pushed through if we allow them to separate from colonization from the British. You know,
we cannot protect this nation as 10 dudes going down in the border with some plates in your flak jacket that you bought on Amazon and an AR-15. That's not going to work. It's not going to be effective because the state itself is simply going to throw you in the clink because the state is the one facilitating the invasion. When the state is the one facilitating the invasion, anyone who tries to stop it goes to prison. Look at that United States Marine Daniel Penny in New York, kills a guy on a subway protecting women. He's going to the clink. Everyone knows he's going to get convicted. We now live in a country.
Well, that's why you should stay out of other men's affairs. You see what I'm saying? How you gonna protect a woman? I think he's talking about Jake that got Brazilian jiu-jitsu'd and he killed that nigga from choking him. You see what I'm saying? The Edomite killing Jake like that. Probably, I don't know the backstory.
Where the elites on the top and the streets on the bottom are sandwiching the American people in the middle, and they're attacking them from both ways.
So don't they say that pressure from above and pressure from below? Come on, man.
We must have some level of state power on our side. So when it comes to states like Texas and other states, what needs to happen instead of grabbing a rifle and going to the border is the American people need to start running these loser Republicans out of their state legislatures and out of their governor's mansions and out of the sheriff's office. The sheriffs are going to be critically important going forward. And I need to be clear, this is starting to happen, Tucker, slowly but surely. Texas state legislature just got put on notice. A bunch of these dorks at our state legislature got run out of the party of government in primaries because normal people are getting sick and tired of no action, and they're running these people out. It's happening. It's happening slowly. Maybe too slowly when you consider the fact that the federal government is gleefully destroying this country. I haven't seen these people this happy since Pete Buttigieg and his husband took their baby home.
Or went on paternity leave. Why is it that Republican states tend to have the least sincere Republican? Like Dan Crenshaw, apparently still a member of Congress.
And that's pretty much the point. You see what I'm saying? So, this place is through, man. You know what I mean? We can't constantly say it enough. All right, so we all got to prepare for the fall of this place, man. You know what I mean? Because we can see it with our own eyes, man, and everybody feels it. Just like the elder priest Amawanga Bar just did. Everybody feels something is about to go on. You feel me? It's too much shit happening here in Babylon the Great, man, for things not that. It's election year. You see, the Lord just sent a sign in the heavens, all right, with this eclipse, all right? He's allowing all these people to come in here to violate, all right? Yo, 2nd Esdras 15 and 2nd Esdras 16 is about to rear its head, something crazy. The devil's about to come down with great wrath, as he's already starting to do so. As y'all could see, that your lifestyles is the hell is increased, the fire getting turned up. You know what I mean? Which is all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, just to bring out his gold and his silver, man, the elect, to for them to be completely ready for the marriage, man. But hey, man, this place is through. Let me see if I could think of a quick little precept to end out on. All right, because there is nothing you could do to this place. Oh yeah, let's get this one. Some words from Yahushua. All right, this is the book of. This is the book of Luke, chapter 10 and 18, and it says, "And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven." Okay, so let's break this down. Satan in the Greek goes back to Satanos, which means adversary. Who's the adversary of the Most High? Esau, Edom, the sons of the wicked, the so-called white people, specifically the elite, the international banking families. So their rulership, all right, going back to the blessings of Esau, all right, it says as lightning. You see how quick lightning is, right? It says fall from heaven. Heaven is symbolic for rulership. So we're going to see a quick fall from rulership of our enemy Esau, Edom, be destroyed out of this place and eventually climax with these nuclear missiles, because they're going to push this MOTB any second now, any day now. You see what I'm saying? So Lord willing, Adawan Ratazah, Abba Ratazah, Yahweh Ratazah, that was edifying to the elect. Okay. Call Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Ababa Bo Kwam Yasharala, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Barakatham, everybody tuning in. The water. On to the next one. Shalom.